Happy. Feeling or showing pleasure and contentment. She was happy to hear the good news. The children were happy playing in the park. Sad. Feeling sorrow or unhappiness. He was sad when his dog passed away. She looked sad after reading the letter. Angry. Feeling strong displeasure or hostility. He was angry when he missed the bus. She gave him an angry look across the table. Tired. Feeling the need to rest or sleep. I was so tired after the long walk. He looked tired from working all night. Hungry. Feeling the need to eat. I was hungry after skipping breakfast. The kids were hungry after school. Cold. Having a low temperature. It was cold outside this morning. She felt cold without her jacket. Hot. Having a high temperature. The soup was too hot to eat. It was a hot summer afternoon. Busy. Actively engaged in work or activity. She was too busy to answer the phone. The streets were busy during rush hour. Quiet. Making little or no noise. The library was quiet in the evening. He was a quiet child who loved reading. Loud. Producing a lot of noise. The music was too loud at the party. He spoke in a loud voice to get attention. Clean. Free from dirt or mess. The kitchen was clean after she washed the dishes. He always kept his room clean. Dirty. Covered with dirt or impurities. His shoes were dirty after the hike. The windows looked dirty after the storm. Easy. Not difficult to do. The test was easy for most students. It was easy to find the restaurant. Difficult. Not easy to do or understand. The math problem was difficult. Learning a new language can be difficult at first. Fast. Moving or acting quickly. She is a fast runner. The train was very fast. Slow. Not moving quickly. The traffic was slow this morning. He is a slow but careful worker. Big. Large in size. They live in a big house. The bag was too big to carry on the plane. Small. Little in size. She has a small dog. The apartment was small but cozy. Young. Having lived for a short time. She looks young for her age. He is the youngest player on the team. Old. Having lived for a long time. My grandfather is very old. This is an old building in the city. New. Recently made or acquired. She bought a new phone. They moved into a new apartment last month. Strong. Having great physical power. He is strong enough to lift heavy boxes. She has a strong voice. Weak. Lacking strength or power. He felt weak after being sick. The signal was too weak to connect. Tall. Of great height. He is tall enough to reach the top shelf. She was the tallest student in class. Short. Of small height or length. She is short but very energetic. The meeting was short and productive. Rich. Having a lot of money or wealth. He became rich after starting his business. They live in a rich neighborhood. Poor. Lacking money or resources. The family was too poor to afford new clothes. He grew up in a poor town. Smart. Having quick intelligence. She is a smart student. He came up with a smart solution. Stupid. Lacking intelligence or good judgment. It was a stupid mistake to make. He felt stupid for forgetting his wallet. Kind. Friendly and generous. She was kind enough to help a stranger. He has a kind heart. Mean. Unkind or cruel. It was mean to say that to her. The bully was mean to everyone. Funny. Causing laughter or amusement. He told a funny joke at dinner. The movie was really funny. Serious. Not joking or playful. She gave him a serious look. He is serious about his studies. Brave. Ready to face danger or difficulty. The firefighter was brave during the rescue. She was brave enough to speak in public. Afraid. Feeling fear or anxiety. He was afraid of the dark. She was afraid to walk alone at night. Nervous. Anxious or worried about something. She was nervous before the interview. He felt nervous speaking in front of the class. Excited. Feeling enthusiasm or eagerness. The kids were excited about the trip. She was excited to start her new job. Bored. Feeling uninterested or restless. He was bored during the long lecture. She felt bored on rainy days. Confused. Unable to think clearly or understand. He was confused by the instructions. She looked confused after hearing the news. Surprised. Feeling sudden wonder or shock. She was surprised by the gift. He was surprised to see his old friend. Comfortable. Feeling physical ease and relaxation. The sofa was very comfortable. She felt comfortable in the warm room. Uncomfortable. Causing or feeling discomfort. The chair was uncomfortable to sit on. He felt uncomfortable in the crowded elevator. Safe. Protected from danger or harm. The children were safe inside the house. She felt safe walking with her friend. Dangerous. Likely to cause harm or injury. The road was dangerous at night. It is dangerous to swim alone in the sea. Healthy. In good physical condition. She eats well to stay healthy. He looks healthy after his vacation. Sick. Affected by illness. He stayed home because he was sick. She felt sick after eating too much. Fresh. Recently made or not spoiled. The bread smelled fresh from the oven. She bought fresh vegetables from the market. Stale. No longer fresh or new. The bread was stale after 2 days. His jokes felt stale after a while. Sweet. Having a sugary taste or pleasant quality. The cake was very sweet. She has a sweet smile. Bitter. Having a sharp unpleasant taste. The coffee was bitter without sugar. He had bitter memories of that place. Spicy. Having a strong hot flavor. The curry was too spicy for her. He loves spicy food. Sour. Having an acidic or sharp taste. The lemon was very sour. The milk smelled sour. Soft. Easy to mold or gentle to touch. The pillow was soft and comfortable. She spoke in a soft voice. Hard. Firm and solid, not easy to break. The mattress was too hard to sleep on. The ground was hard after the frost. Heavy. Of great weight. The box was too heavy to lift. She carried a heavy bag to school. Light. Not heavy in weight. The bag felt light after removing the books. She wore a light jacket in spring. Dark. Having little or no light. The room was dark without the lamp. It gets dark early in winter. Bright. Giving out or reflecting a lot of light. The sun was bright this morning. She wore a bright yellow dress. Beautiful. Pleasing to the senses or mind. The sunset was beautiful last night. She has a beautiful singing voice. Ugly. Unpleasant to look at. He thought the painting was ugly. The old building looked ugly and abandoned. Famous. Known by many people. She is a famous actress. This restaurant is famous for its pasta. Popular. Liked or enjoyed by many people. That song is very popular right now. She was the most popular student in school. Important. Having great significance or value. It is important to stay hydrated. She made an important decision today. Useful. Able to be used for a practical purpose. A dictionary is very useful when studying. He gave me useful advice. Useless. Not serving a practical purpose. The broken pen was useless. She felt useless without her phone. Interesting. Holding attention or curiosity. The documentary was very interesting. He found the topic interesting. Boring. Not interesting or exciting. The lecture was boring and too long. She found the book boring after the first chapter. Lucky. Having good fortune. She felt lucky to find a parking spot. He was lucky to survive the accident. Unlucky. Having bad fortune. He was unlucky to miss the train. She felt unlucky losing her keys twice. Polite. Having good manners and respect for others. She was polite to every customer. He always speaks in a polite tone. Rude. Behaving in an impolite way. It was rude to interrupt her. He gave a rude response to the question. Lazy. Unwilling to work or use energy. He was too lazy to clean his room. She felt lazy on Sunday mornings. Hardworking. Putting in a lot of effort and dedication. She is a hardworking student. He is known as a hardworking employee. Careful. Giving attention to avoid mistakes. Be careful when crossing the road. She was careful not to spill the drink. Careless. Not giving enough attention. He made a careless mistake on the form. She was careless with her belongings. Honest. Telling the truth and being sincere. He was honest about his mistake. She is known for being honest. Dishonest. Not truthful or trustworthy. It was dishonest to hide the facts. He was dishonest about his qualifications. Generous. Willing to give more than expected. She was generous with her time. He made a generous donation to the charity. Selfish. Concerned only with one's own needs. It was selfish to take the last piece. He was selfish with his resources. Patient. Able to wait calmly without complaining. She was patient with the slow service. He is a patient teacher. Impatient. Unable to wait calmly. He was impatient in the long queue. She became impatient waiting for a reply. Confident. Feeling sure of oneself and one's abilities. She was confident during the presentation. He walked in with a confident smile. Shy. Nervous or timid around others. She was too shy to speak first. He was shy in large groups. Friendly. Kind and pleasant toward others. The new neighbor was very friendly. She gave him a friendly wave. Unfriendly. Not kind or welcoming. The receptionist seemed unfriendly. He gave an unfriendly reply. Cheerful. Noticeably happy and optimistic. She was cheerful despite the bad weather. He greeted everyone with a cheerful smile. Miserable. Very unhappy or uncomfortable. He felt miserable after losing the game. She looked miserable in the cold rain. Calm. Not showing anxiety or excitement. She remained calm during the emergency. He spoke in a calm and steady voice. Stressed. Feeling mental or emotional pressure. She was stressed about the deadline. He looked stressed after the long day. Relaxed. Free from tension or anxiety. She felt relaxed after the massage. He was relaxed on his day off. Proud. Feeling satisfaction from one's achievements. She was proud of her exam results. He was proud to represent his country. Ashamed. Feeling guilt or embarrassment. He was ashamed of his behavior. She felt ashamed for lying. Jealous. Feeling envy toward others. She was jealous of her friend's success. He became jealous when she talked to others. Grateful. Feeling thankful for something received. She was grateful for the help. He was grateful to have such good friends. Disappointed. Feeling sad because expectations were not met. She was disappointed with the results. He was disappointed that the event was cancelled. Satisfied. Feeling content with what one has. She was satisfied with her performance. He felt satisfied after a good meal. Curious. Eager to learn or know something. The child was curious about everything. She was curious about the new student. Creative. Able to produce new and original ideas. She is a creative designer. He found a creative way to solve the problem. Responsible. Having the duty to deal with something. She is responsible for managing the team. He is a responsible and reliable person. Irresponsible. Not showing a proper sense of responsibility. It was irresponsible to leave the door unlocked. He made an irresponsible choice. Independent. Not relying on others for support. She became more independent after moving out. He is an independent thinker. Dependent. Relying on someone or something. He was dependent on his parents for money. She was dependent on coffee to stay awake. Active. Engaging in physical movement or activity. She leads an active lifestyle. He was active in school clubs. Passive. Accepting without resistance or action. He took a passive role in the discussion. She was too passive to speak up. Flexible. Able to adapt to new situations. She is flexible with her work schedule. He was flexible enough to change the plan. Strict. Demanding obedience and discipline. The teacher was strict about deadlines. He had a strict upbringing. Gentle. Mild and kind in manner. She spoke in a gentle tone. He was gentle with the baby. Rough. Having an uneven surface or harsh manner. The road was rough after the rain. He spoke in a rough voice. Thin. Having little flesh or narrow width. She was thin after months of exercise. The wall was thin and not soundproof. Thick. Having a large distance between surfaces. The book was thick with over 600 pages. The fog was thick in the morning. Wide. Covering a large area from side to side. The road was wide enough for 2 trucks. She had a wide smile on her face. Narrow. Small in width. The alley was too narrow for the car. She walked down a narrow path in the forest. Deep. Extending far down from the surface. The lake was very deep. She has a deep understanding of the subject. Shallow. Having little depth. The river was shallow near the bank. His understanding of the topic was shallow. Flat. Having a level and even surface. The land was flat for miles around. She lives in a flat area near the coast. Round. Shaped like a circle or sphere. The table was round and had 4 chairs. He has a round face and short hair. Sharp. Having a fine edge or point. The knife was sharp and cut easily. She has a sharp mind for numbers. Smooth. Having an even surface without bumps. The road was smooth after repairs. Her skin felt smooth after the lotion. Wet. Covered with or containing water. His clothes were wet from the rain. The floor was wet after mopping. Dry. Free from moisture. The clothes were dry after an hour. The air felt dry during winter. Full. Containing as much as possible. The bus was full during rush hour. She felt full after the big meal. Empty. Containing nothing. The bottle was empty after lunch. The parking lot was empty at night. Open. Not closed or blocked. The window was open all night. The store is open until 10. Closed. Not open or available. The museum was closed on Mondays. The road was closed due to construction. Free. Not under control or not costing money. She felt free after finishing her exams. The concert was free for students. Expensive. Costing a lot of money. The jacket was too expensive to buy. Dining out every day is expensive. Cheap. Low in price or quality. The shoes were cheap but broke quickly. She found a cheap flight online. Available. Able to be used or obtained. The room was available for booking. He was available to help after work. Necessary. Required or essential. It is necessary to bring your ID. She bought only the necessary supplies. Possible. Able to happen or be done. It is possible to finish the work today. She asked if a refund was possible. Impossible. Not able to happen or be done. It seemed impossible to finish in time. He thought the task was impossible. Certain. Known for sure or definite. She was certain she had locked the door. It is certain that prices will rise. Obvious. Easily seen or understood. It was obvious that he was tired. The answer seemed obvious to her. Strange. Unusual or surprising. It was a strange noise in the night. She had a strange feeling about the place. Familiar. Well known or easily recognized. His face looked familiar to her. The smell was familiar from childhood. Similar. Resembling something without being the same. The two buildings look similar. Her style is similar to her sister's. Different. Not the same as another. The two cultures are very different. She wanted something different for dinner. Normal. Conforming to a standard or usual pattern. It is normal to feel nervous before exams. His temperature was back to normal. Unusual. Not common or expected. It was unusual for him to be late. She wore an unusual hat to the party. Special. Better or different from the ordinary. Today was a special day for the family. He prepared a special dinner for her birthday. Average. Typical or ordinary in quality. His grades were average this semester. She had an average day at work. Perfect. Having no flaws or defects. The weather was perfect for a picnic. She gave a perfect performance on stage. Terrible. Extremely bad or unpleasant. The traffic was terrible this morning. He felt terrible after hearing the news. Wonderful. Inspiring delight or admiration. The view from the top was wonderful. She had a wonderful time at the festival. Awful. Very bad or unpleasant. The smell in the room was awful. He had an awful day at the office. Excellent. Extremely good or outstanding. Her presentation was excellent. He got an excellent score on the test. Typical. Having the usual qualities of a type. It was a typical Monday morning. His reaction was typical of someone under stress. Rare. Not occurring very often. Snow is rare in this city. She found a rare plant in the garden. Common. Occurring or found frequently. Colds are common in winter. It is common to feel tired after travel. Recent. Having happened not long ago. She read a recent article about health. He shared some recent photos from his trip. Ancient. Very old or from a long time ago. The ancient temple attracted many tourists. She studied ancient civilizations in school. Modern. Relating to the present or recent times. The office had a modern design. He prefers modern music over classical. Traditional. following long-established customs. They had a traditional wedding ceremony. She cooked a traditional meal for the holidays. Local. Relating to a particular area or neighborhood. She bought vegetables from a local market. He is a well-known local artist. Global. Relating to the whole world. Climate change is a global issue. She works for a global company. Public. Available for everyone to use. The public library was open every day. He made a public announcement at the event. Private. For one person or a limited group. She preferred private lessons over group classes. He had a private meeting with the manager. Personal. Relating to a specific person. She kept her personal life separate from work. He wrote a personal letter to his friend. Professional. Relating to a job or done with skill. She gave a professional presentation. He always dressed in a professional manner. Natural. Existing in nature without human influence. She prefers natural ingredients in her food. The park had a beautiful natural landscape. Artificial. Made by humans rather than nature. The flowers were artificial but looked real. He avoided drinks with artificial flavors. Physical. Relating to the body or material things. Regular physical activity keeps you healthy. The job required a lot of physical effort. Mental. Relating to the mind or thinking. She took a break for her mental health. The puzzle was a good mental challenge. Emotional. Relating to feelings or emotions. He gave her emotional support after the loss. She found the movie very emotional. Social. Relating to society or interaction with others. She has strong social skills. He is very social and loves meeting people. Political. Relating to government or public affairs. The political situation was tense. She avoided political discussions at dinner. Economic. Relating to money and financial matters. The country faced economic challenges. He studied economic trends for his research. Cultural. Relating to the customs and beliefs of a society. The festival was a cultural celebration. She was interested in cultural differences. Educational. Relating to learning and teaching. The documentary was very educational. She bought educational toys for her kids. Environmental. Relating to the natural world. They supported environmental protection laws. He was concerned about environmental pollution. Medical. Relating to medicine or health treatment. She needed medical attention after the accident. He studied medical terms for his exam. Scientific. Relating to science or systematic knowledge. The scientific research took years to complete. She was fascinated by scientific discoveries. Technical. Relating to specialized knowledge or skills. The manual was too technical to understand. He worked in a technical support role. Digital. Relating to electronic technology. She took a digital marketing course. He prefers digital books over printed ones. Online. Connected to or available on the internet. She attended an online class. He found the answer through an online search. Successful. Achieving desired results or goals. She became a successful businesswoman. His first project was very successful. Unsuccessful. Not achieving desired results. The experiment was unsuccessful the first time. He felt unsuccessful after missing the deadline. Capable. Having the ability to do something. She is capable of handling the project alone. He is a capable and skilled engineer. Unable. Lacking the ability to do something. He was unable to attend the meeting. She was unable to finish the report on time. Willing. Ready to do something without hesitation. She was willing to help at any time. He was willing to try something new. Unwilling. Not ready or inclined to do something. He was unwilling to apologize. She was unwilling to change her plans. Aware. Having knowledge or perception of something. She was aware of the risks involved. He was not aware of the new policy. Unaware. Not having knowledge of something. He was unaware of the changes. She was unaware that the meeting had been moved. Alive. Living and not dead. The plant was still alive after 2 weeks. He was grateful to be alive after the accident. Dead. No longer living. The battery was dead after 1 day. The flowers were dead from the heat. Awake. Not sleeping. She was awake until midnight studying. He was already awake when the alarm rang. Asleep. In a state of sleep. The baby was asleep in the crib. He fell asleep during the movie. Alone. Without other people. She liked spending time alone. He felt alone in the new city. Crowded. Filled with a lot of people. The subway was crowded during rush hour. The beach was crowded on the holiday weekend. Noisy. Making or full of loud sounds. The street was noisy at night. The classroom became noisy during break time. Peaceful. Free from disturbance or conflict. The garden was peaceful in the morning. She enjoyed a peaceful walk in the park. Violent. Using or involving physical force to hurt. The storm was violent and destroyed many homes. He avoided violent movies. Gentle. Mild and soft in manner or movement. She gave a gentle pat on his back. The breeze was gentle and warm. Aggressive. Ready to attack or confront forcefully. The dog became aggressive when threatened. He had an aggressive approach in negotiations. Competitive. Having a strong desire to win. She is very competitive in sports. The market became more competitive this year. Cooperative. Willing to work with others. The team was cooperative and efficient. She was cooperative during the investigation. Loyal. Giving firm support to a person or cause. He was loyal to his friends no matter what. She remained loyal to the company for 10 years. Faithful. Remaining loyal and constant. He was faithful to his promises. She was faithful to her values throughout her career. Reliable. Consistently good and trustworthy. She is a reliable employee who is never late. He needed a reliable car for long trips. Unreliable. Not able to be trusted or depended on. The old machine was unreliable and often broke. He was unreliable when it came to keeping promises. Practical. Concerned with real situations rather than theory. She gave practical advice for the problem. He took a practical approach to the task. Logical. Following clear and sensible reasoning. Her argument was logical and well-structured. He made a logical decision based on the facts. Reasonable. Fair and sensible in judgment. The price was reasonable for the quality. She made a reasonable request. Unreasonable. Not fair or sensible. His demands were unreasonable and excessive. She thought the rule was unreasonable. Efficient. Achieving results with minimal waste of time. She found a more efficient way to organize files. The new system was efficient and fast. Inefficient. Wasting time or resources without good results. The old process was inefficient and slow. He realized his study method was inefficient. Effective. Producing the desired result. The medicine was effective within a few hours. She used an effective strategy to win the debate. Ineffective. Not producing the desired result. The treatment was ineffective for his condition. His attempt to fix the issue was ineffective. Productive. Achieving a significant amount of work. She had a productive day at the office. The meeting was productive and well organized. Unproductive. Not achieving much or wasting effort. He spent an unproductive afternoon online. The discussion became unproductive after an hour. Positive. Having an optimistic or constructive outlook. She always had a positive attitude. He gave positive feedback on her work. Negative. Having a pessimistic or harmful outlook. He tried not to focus on negative thoughts. The test result came back negative. Realistic. Having a practical view of situations. She was realistic about her chances. He set realistic goals for the year. Idealistic. Having high but sometimes impractical beliefs. He was idealistic about changing the world. She had idealistic expectations for her first job. Ambitious. Having a strong desire to achieve. She was ambitious and worked very hard. He had ambitious plans for his startup. Humble. Not thinking of oneself as better than others. Despite her success, she remained humble. He was humble about his achievements. Arrogant. Having an exaggerated sense of superiority. He was arrogant and rarely listened to others. She found his arrogant attitude annoying. Sensitive. Quick to detect or respond to emotions. She was sensitive to other people's feelings. He was sensitive about his past. Insensitive. Not showing care for others' feelings. His comment was insensitive and hurtful. She was insensitive to his needs. Mature. Having reached full development in mind or body. She was mature for her age. He handled the situation in a mature way. Immature. Not fully developed in behavior or thinking. His reaction was immature and childish. She found his jokes immature. Intelligent. Having the ability to learn and understand quickly. She is an intelligent student with great curiosity. He gave an intelligent answer to the question. Talented. Having a natural ability in a skill. She is a talented musician. He was a talented writer from a young age. Skilled. Having expertise from training or practice. She is a skilled surgeon with many years of experience. He was skilled at negotiating contracts. Experienced. Having knowledge from doing something over time. She was experienced in managing large teams. He was the most experienced candidate for the role. Inexperienced. Lacking knowledge from practice. He was inexperienced but eager to learn. She felt inexperienced compared to her colleagues. Educated. Having received formal schooling or learning. She was highly educated with 2 degrees. He was educated in both science and arts. Ignorant. Lacking knowledge or awareness. He was ignorant of the local customs. She was ignorant about the new regulations. Wise. Having good judgment from experience. She gave wise advice to the young students. He was wise enough to avoid the conflict. Foolish. Lacking good sense or judgment. It was foolish to go out without an umbrella. He made a foolish decision without thinking. Wealthy. Having a large amount of money or assets. She came from a wealthy family. He became wealthy through smart investments. Broke. Having no money at all. He was broke after paying all his bills. She felt broke after the holiday shopping. Fit. In good physical shape. She goes to the gym to stay fit. He looked fit after months of training. Overweight. Weighing more than is considered healthy. He was told he was overweight at his checkup. She started exercising because she felt overweight. Pregnant. Carrying a developing baby inside the body. She was pregnant with her second child. The doctor confirmed she was pregnant. Injured. Having physical harm from an accident. He was injured during the football match. She was injured after slipping on the ice. Exhausted. Extremely tired from effort or activity. She was exhausted after the long hike. He was exhausted after working double shifts. Energetic. Having a lot of energy and enthusiasm. She was energetic even late at night. The children were energetic after their nap. Lively. Full of life and enthusiasm. The party was lively and full of laughter. She has a lively personality that everyone loves. Dull. Not interesting or exciting. The presentation was dull and hard to follow. He found the routine job quite dull. Elegant. Graceful and stylish in appearance. She wore an elegant dress to the event. The hotel had an elegant interior design. Messy. Untidy or dirty in appearance. His desk was always messy with papers. The kitchen was messy after cooking. Tidy. Neat and well organized. She kept her bedroom very tidy. He was tidy and always cleaned up after himself. Organized. Arranged in a systematic way. She was organized and never missed a deadline. His files were organized by date and topic. Disorganized. Lacking order or planning. He was disorganized and often lost things. The event was disorganized and poorly planned. Talented. Having a natural ability or gift. She was a talented dancer from a young age. He was a talented chef who worked in top restaurants. Boring. Not interesting or exciting at all. The film was so boring she fell asleep. He thought the tour was boring and too long. Charming. Very pleasant and attractive in manner. He was charming and made friends easily. She gave a charming smile to the audience. Attractive. Pleasing to look at or appealing. The apartment was attractive and well furnished. She found the job offer very attractive. Plain. Simple and not decorated or fancy. She wore a plain white shirt. The room was plain but clean. Colorful. Having bright or varied colors. The market was colorful and lively. She wore a colorful outfit to the festival. Pale. Having a light or faint color. She looked pale after feeling sick. The walls were painted in a pale blue. Gloomy. Dark or feeling sad and depressing. The weather was gloomy all week. He was in a gloomy mood after the bad news. Cheerful. Noticeably happy and full of good spirits. She had a cheerful personality that lifted others. The colorful decorations made the room feel cheerful. Optimistic. Hopeful and confident about the future. She was optimistic about finding a new job. He stayed optimistic despite the challenges. Pessimistic. Seeing the worst side of things. He was pessimistic about the team's chances. She tried not to be pessimistic about the results. Honest. Truthful and free from deceit. She was honest about her feelings. He was known as an honest and fair person. Sincere. Genuine and not pretending. She gave a sincere apology. He was sincere in his efforts to help. Formal. Following official rules or conventions. The dinner was a formal event. She dressed formally for the job interview. Informal. Relaxed and casual in style. The meeting had an informal atmosphere. He wrote an informal email to his colleague. Direct. Going straight to the point without hesitation. She was direct and said exactly what she thought. He appreciated her direct communication style. Indirect. Not going straight to the point. His answer was indirect and hard to understand. She gave indirect hints about what she wanted. Urgent. Requiring immediate action or attention. The message was urgent and needed a quick reply. He received an urgent call from his manager. Minor. Small in importance or size. It was a minor mistake that was easily fixed. She had a minor injury on her hand. Major. Large or important in scale or effect. The storm caused major damage to the town. He made a major improvement in his grades. Significant. Important or having a noticeable effect. She made a significant contribution to the project. The results showed a significant improvement. Insignificant. Too small or unimportant to matter. The error was insignificant in the final result. He felt insignificant in the large crowd. Complex. Consisting of many connected parts. The problem was complex and required careful thought. She worked on a complex software system. Simple. Easy to understand or not complicated. The instructions were simple and clear. He preferred a simple lifestyle. Abstract. Relating to ideas rather than physical things. The painting was abstract and open to interpretation. She struggled with abstract concepts in philosophy. Concrete. Specific and real rather than theoretical. He gave concrete examples to support his argument. She needed concrete evidence before deciding. Accurate. Correct and without errors. The report was accurate and well-researched. She gave an accurate description of the event. Inaccurate. Not correct or containing errors. The map was inaccurate and led them the wrong way. His memory of the event was inaccurate. Appropriate. Suitable for a particular situation. Her outfit was appropriate for the occasion. He chose appropriate words for the speech. Inappropriate. Not suitable for a situation. His comment was inappropriate at the meeting. She wore inappropriate clothing to the formal event. Sufficient. Enough for a particular purpose. The supplies were sufficient for the week. She did not have sufficient time to finish. Insufficient. Not enough for a particular purpose. The budget was insufficient for the project. He had insufficient evidence to prove his point. Relevant. Closely related to the topic at hand. She provided relevant information for the report. His experience was relevant to the job position. Irrelevant. Not connected to the topic. His comment was irrelevant to the discussion. She ignored the irrelevant details in the document. Visible. Able to be seen clearly. The mountains were visible from the hotel window. The sign was visible from the road. Invisible. Not able to be seen. The ink was invisible under normal light. She felt invisible in the large crowd. Temporary. Lasting for only a short time. The repair was temporary until the part arrived. She took a temporary job during the summer. Permanent. Lasting or intended to last forever. He got a permanent position at the company. The scar left a permanent mark on his arm. Original. Present from the beginning or not a copy. She kept the original painting in her home. He came up with an original idea for the project. Fake. Not genuine or real. The bag was fake and poorly made. He gave a fake smile during the photo. Real. Actually existing or genuine. She used real flowers for the decoration. He wanted a real conversation, not just small talk. Virtual. Existing in digital form rather than physically. They held a virtual meeting over video call. She attended a virtual workshop online. Remote. Far away in distance or working from a distance. The village was in a remote area of the mountains. She worked in a remote position from home. Central. In the middle or most important part. The hotel was in a central location near everything. He played a central role in the project. Extreme. Reaching the highest degree of something. The heat was extreme during the summer. She took extreme measures to meet the deadline. Moderate. Not too much or too little. She exercises at a moderate pace every day. The temperature was moderate and comfortable. Regular. Happening repeatedly at fixed intervals. She had regular checkups at the doctor. He went to the gym on a regular basis. Occasional. Happening from time to time. She took occasional breaks during work. He made occasional visits to his hometown. Frequent. Happening often at short intervals. She made frequent trips to the library. He received frequent calls from his clients. Constant. Happening all the time without stopping. The constant noise made it hard to focus. She was under constant pressure at work. Sudden. Happening quickly and unexpectedly. The sudden rain caught everyone off guard. He felt a sudden pain in his shoulder. Gradual. Happening slowly over time. The improvement was gradual but steady. She noticed a gradual change in his behavior. Immediate. Happening at once without delay. She needed immediate help after the accident. He gave an immediate response to the question. Eventual. Happening at some later time. His eventual success came after years of effort. She was confident in his eventual recovery. Absolute. Complete and total without exception. She had absolute confidence in her team. He demanded absolute silence during the exam.